Live. How you doing, everybody? We're here celebrating the fact that we're alive and the connection is working and we're back. How you doing, everybody? It's great to see you today. It is Thursday already. Thursday, June the 22nd, 2023. Welcome to the channel and the show. Stock Markets with Bruce here. I'm your buddy, Uncle Bruce. I try to make sense of what's going on in the marketplace. I try to also constantly try to keep fingerprints off my glasses. I don't know how. I can only blame myself because these fingerprints are no one else's but mine. I don't know how I do that. I must touch myself all the time. I don't know. I can't stand it. Anyway, welcome all. You want some good news? It's not for you. It's for me. It's sunny out. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sunny day in Calgary, but cold. It's 49, 50 degrees out here this morning. Nippy, we like to call it. This is June 22nd, the longest day of the year just passed, and it is in the 40s overnight here. That's about to end, however, so that's the good news. I know you don't care. I hope you guys, though, out there have better weather coming your way. If you're an option writer, I have good news. If you've been writing options on this, in this market for the last while, and you have a series of option positions out there on a number of stocks that you follow, chances are that in the last 48 hours, a number of these contracts have done well for you. Now, if you're a call writer, I think you're really happy. If you're a cash secured put writer, you have mixed emotions about what's been going on. I understand. It's okay to have mixed emotions. But you know what? Those of you who've written calls on Rocket Lab, you got to be happier because these shares have they dipped a little into the lower fives, and now they're approaching the $6 mark again. You got to be happy with that. Those of you who've been writing cash secured puts on SoFi, you wrote fours, fives, you wrote sixes, you wrote sevens, you've written eights, you've written nines, some of you have written tens. If you've done what I've suggested you think about doing, and that is writing cash secured puts on SoFi out to as far as January 2024, you're fine. You're going to be just terrific. Obviously, $8 SoFi puts, 7, 6s, they're all out of the money. The shares yesterday climbed 4 cents after a couple of days of wonkiness. They're down 7 this morning, but on light volume. SoFi looks to me like it's ready to break through 9 again and take a run at 10 in the not too distant future. So that'll put you $9 writers and $10 writers in really good shape. So the upside is there. GameStop lost 15 cents yesterday to 24.43. It's off 23 cents today. Again, very fractional, moves here. Nothing serious. 24.20. Those of you who've written GameStop puts, cash secured puts on GameStop, I know there are people out there who have written 17s to 18s, even some in the 20s. Those are all out of the money. Nicely done, everybody. Those of you who have written call options against GameStop, way to go. Especially those of you who've been able to do rollovers on your GameStop calls. Nicely done. If you've been able to step it up to the $26, $27 neighborhood, $25 neighborhood, good premiums came your way last week. Beautiful job. It's exactly what you want to be doing here. Those are the calls you want to be holding right now. If you still have $18 calls written on GameStop, 17s and that type of thing, if you're down there, it's all right. It's not the end of the world, except that what you want to be doing, again, depending on the expiry date of your contract, you may have begun to notice that your in the money calls that expire in the next 1 or 2 months or so are losing time value and are really only trading at book value plus a small premium. They're no longer, trading at $5 each, where it's $1.50 of book value and $3.50 of time value. You probably switched. You got a $5. You got a I don't know, $3 in the money call. It might be trading at $4, not at 6 or 8. So you're beginning to notice the shrinkage of time keeps coming along. There's just no end to this. The time shrinkage is brutal, no matter whether the contract is out of the money, at the money, or in the money. And for those of you who've written calls out there and are stubbornly waiting for the stock to come back, or you're just in a position you just can't do a rollover, you just don't have the dough, you bought more deep in the money calls and wrote more calls against those calls, and you really went after it. You're just waiting it out, and you're getting rewarded invisibly, quietly, as every week goes by. These contracts are losing time value, and it deteriorates relentlessly. And so if you get the lucky break, you get the break you're looking for, where your shares back off buck and a half, $2 in a day, intraday, whatever, and your calls, that were sitting at $6, $7, $8, $9 each, have been into this $6 range, $5 range, and all of a sudden they dip into the $2.50, $3 range. All of a sudden you're going, hallelujah, we're back. We're back in the area where I wrote these at. I wrote these at $3.5, $4, and we're back to my neighborhood. Good on you. That might be the opportunity to possibly do a rollover. On the other hand, you may go, no, I'm not doing it. I got July, August calls here, and they're only worth $1.50, $2, and they're trading at $2.75, $3.25. I'm not moving. I'm letting these continue to back off. You decide yourselves how you want to play this. The time factor you will win on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will win on the time factor. As long as you're not exercised, you're going to win on the time factor. The question is, the big question, how far in the money are you on these calls when we get closer to expiry? That's all it is. But as I've said a million times, you can do a rollover where you buy back your $18 call and write another $18 call. That is 3 months down the road. And that call might hand you $1.50 more a contract. You didn't raise your strike price. You just extended the game for money. You sold out for cash. Now that cash, that added cash of $1 a contract, $1.50 a contract, whatever that is, that might be enough capital to add some nice little powder to your account, giving you a little more flexibility on buybacks. It might allow you to buy another couple more deep in the money calls, depending on how many we're talking about. Are you writing 30 of these? Or could you buy some more deep in the money calls on GameStop and write right now a couple of additional contracts for pure money? Yeah, you could do that. Diversify your portfolio? Yeah, we could do that. Up to you. Got a lot to watch, don't we? There's so much going on here. What else is happening? Some other stocks. Not much on Matterport. 23andMe, we're sitting at 167 this morning. I don't know how solid that is. Nothing on Spire here. Nothing on ATIP. SmartRent quiet. Apple is down 50 cents. Goldman down 38. It's kind of, not a lot here. Down a penny on Cisco. It's Tesla at 251, down 835. We have a lot to watch there. How low can Tesla go today? How high can Tesla go? We've come too far too fast. That is the end of the argument right there. That is the story, and I'm sticking to it. In the last, short period of time, we have gone too far, too fast. A month ago, right here, what is this date? The 25th of May, which is, about a month ago, was 184. We're at 251 here on the pre-market. We got up to this 275 level here. In 3 weeks, a little much, okay? Although I think all of you admit that. You all are with me on this. We're at 153 a share, April 26th, and we ran up to 276 from April, 26 to June 20. So in 2 months, that is a very, very aggressive run. Now, to be fair to Tesla, we have to take the other side of the argument. The other side of the argument is that the shares had crapped out from, pretty lofty numbers. We were talking $309 a share, $308 a share, three, the 3 to 310 level back in last August, all the way to about September, roughly September 20 of last year. We were still in the 308s, and the shares backed off pretty quick when Elon went into the Twitter game, all the way down to that 100 level, as you recall. And a lot of you have entered this trade simply because of that event. It lost 2/3 of its value in not a lot of time, 3 months or so, and you were waiting to pounce as I was holding you back, holding the time. Don't buy yet, don't buy yet, don't buy yet. And I kept holding you off as the shares dropped and dropped and dropped. You were getting itchy. And finally at 150 or so, 140 or so, now's the time to nibble up deep in the money calls. And you did. You started buying those. A lot of you were buying 50s and 70s and 80s and $90 deep in the money calls. Congratulations, you've done rather well. And then, of course, we saw you writing contracts, and away you go. So we're at 250 from 280. We almost got back to 300. Didn't quite get there. Now we're back to 250. Is this a pause? Do we hang around here for a couple of weeks and then try 300 again? Or is this a little cliff, a little ledge that we're going to drop to the 220 mark for a while and backfill in there for a month or two, get through the 220, 250 range and just turn over a lot of paper and technically begin to build from there? Sure, that could happen, of course. But then events like today can upset the apple cart for a while. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Bank of England raising rates by 0.5 point overnight. I'm talking about Switzerland raising rates, Norway raising rates. Now, look, the Norwegian economy, the Swiss economy, these guys aren't basket cases, okay? These countries aren't basket cases. The UK is a basket case, all right? The UK is in complete disarray. No matter what they try to sell you over there, they're in trouble over there. They got problems. They left the European Union, okay? They did the Brexit thing, and they now are paying the price. And it's another decade of pain, because you think Europeans are going to just forgive and forget. I don't think so. This is going to be a grind, and it's not going to be pretty. But hey, you want to go your own way, but you're on your own now. And so the UK bank, the Bank of England, is raising rates aggressively as they're getting no help from anywhere else for lower costs. Not great. But the Swiss economy, Switzerland, Norway, they're raising their rates by a quarter, 0.5 point. What? There's a reality here, a reality of a nasty little inflation bug that just isn't going away. And this is also happening here, but we refuse to admit it. You've got so many talking heads coming on these financial shows, telling you, trying to convince you, the average American out there, Canadian and what have you, inflation's on the way down. Oh, it's moderating. The Fed can relax. No, the Fed isn't going to relax. The Fed is going to raise rates as well, and we're going to go into higher interest rates. We're going to see mortgages going up to 7.5%, 8% across North America in the next year. We're going there, and this is bad for housing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's bad. It's bad not only for anyone who wants to get into a house, but those who are already into homes, who are negotiating a new term for 5 years. We're going to see higher rates, and costs of real estate will rise dramatically, and this is inflationary. Cost of a new car, higher cost to buy a car, the payments, a used car. I mean, there are people out there saying, "Well, I'm pretty smart. I'm not going to get caught buying a $55,000 car, a $70,000 new car. No. I'll buy a used one. I'll get a 2-year-old, 3-year-old car, and I'll be way smarter." The problem is that they're driving 5-year-old, 6-year-old cars that they want to trade in on 2-year-old cars, and the 6-year-old car they have is worth 15 grand. The 2-year-old car that they thought they were going to get for 30,000 is 35 to 40,000. But worse than that, the interest rate on the amount of loan you need on that thing is not 4%, it's 8 to 10%. That, compounded by millions of commuters, is a problem. It's just one person in one town. It's not a big deal. It's not going to affect the economy that much. But if you have got millions of potential car buyers out there looking at mandatory price increases for transportation, one way or the other, sooner or later, you have to make the move. Your beater will no longer function, or the beater you're driving, that piece of crap car you're driving, truck, whatever, you will sink the money into it to keep it running, or you'll replace it with higher payments. So either way, you're going to pay either that sticker shock price where the transmission falls out, or you're going to upgrade that vehicle. And this is going to take its pound of flesh out of the US economy and the Canadian economy and the German economy and the French economy and anywhere else. It's just the way it is. So there's that. What else can I tell you? Turkey. How would you like to be waking up this morning in Turkey? Yesterday, the official interest rate, bank rate in Turkey, I believe was 7.5%, 8% was the official bank rate, because Erdogan has been keeping interest rates down to try to stimulate the Turkish economy. Not working, by the way. What wasn't working because the Turkish lira, the currency of Turkey, was at all-time lows against the US dollars for like 50-year lows. Overnight, they raised their interest rates. The UK rate went up 0.5 point. The Turkish bank rate went from 7.5% to 15% overnight. Almost double overnight. What did the lira do? Dropped against the US dollar. Even though they doubled interest rates, the lira dropped even more. And why would that be going on? Because the international banking community has been telling the Turks, you want to raise rates to where they should be with regards to how pathetic your economy is? Raise rates to 20% and we'll talk. They didn't. They raised them to 15%, and the lira is going lower. So Turkish people are waking up going, oh my God, if I have a variable rate on my loan, business loan, car loan, house, my interest rates just doubled. They just doubled overnight. And my lira has dropped again against the outside currencies, the euro, the pound, the franc, and the dollar. Oh, lordy, lordy. Yeah, the country of Turkey just suffered a major drop in the standard of living. But that's okay. The Turks have decided to re-elect their dictator for what, 6 more years? This guy's gonna be what, 92 when he finished. I don't even know how old this guy. This is the disaster continues in Turkey, and as nationalistic as you want to be, I don't care where you live. You live in Wenatchee, Washington. You live in Toledo, Ohio. You live in Brantford, Ontario. You live in Weyburn, Saskatchewan. You live in Leeds, England. I don't care where you live. You want to vote nationally only that my country is the best in the world, and my dictator is the best dictator. Good luck to you guys, because the rest of the planet, where all the bankers are, in your country and ours and everywhere else, we see it the other side. We look at the finances and go, is this sustainable? Is it doable that the unemployment rate of said country will maintain? Will the standard of living be maintainable at various countries based on domestic dictator type policies that ignore economic reality? So you have country leaders that decide, no, we're going to have much lower interest rates in our country than other countries, because we are, after all, a country of strong nationalistic fervor, and we keep foreigners out. We do this. Well, you talk it all up all you want to your flock. Talk to your flock and drink the Kool-Aid together that you're drinking over there. The rest of the planet is going, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Dump that stuff. Dump it, and we'll hold stronger currencies, and we'll build skyscrapers in countries where we feel more comfortable, or we'll build houses, or we'll develop factories, create jobs where it's a little more stable. And there you go. So there you have it. You have your third world countries out there run by sultans kings and dictators and who knows what these jamokes are. Then you got your second tier countries that are sort of a combination of, well, there's parliaments, but really the guy running the show is the dictator of the country. And, yeah. And then you've got the countries that are wannabes that want to come into the G20 but just can't get there because their countries survive on bribes at every level of the world. And then there's the first world and high first worlders. Most of you are first worlders, but I just wanted to let you know what is out there and what's going on elsewhere. And it can affect us. Unfortunately, second tier countries and third tier countries can affect our performance as well. Okay. The UK raised rates half a point. The pressure is probably on now on the ECB to do another rate increase next month by half a point again. Now the pressure's on Powell and the Federal Reserve for next month's meeting to raise rates by a quarter point at least. We'll see what happens with that. So the market at the moment, the Dow is off 75 points pre-market. S&P's down 8, Nasdaq's down 41. This is a nothing burger. The good news for Americans and other investors in the U.S. market is that these markets are off 1/5 of a point, 0.2%. That's all. Europe's markets are off by 1%, upwards of 1%, but in America, it's 1/5 of a percentage point. So we may have a first 20, 30 minutes of a tentative market, and then we might have a stronger market because capital is coming into America from the outside. I think these moves being done by countries elsewhere encourage dollar flows into the United States, into North American markets. So that's good for North Americans, and it's good for investors of U.S. stocks. However, option writers, you guys have the secret weapon of secret weapons, which is the stopwatch. All of you have a stopwatch attached to your contracts, and that is the gamble that option buyers must adhere to. They must admit, they have to accept the fact that they put money on the table to play against your stock with an option. They have to observe the stopwatch as the expiry date of that wager. And that is the secret weapon for all of you out there. And this is why I spend so much of my energy to get you to understand and adhere to the game plan. And that is, if you're going to be an option writer, you have to have the time in your personal self. You have to have enough time for yourself to allow the play to play out. You have to write a contract that will pay you or reward you for time that you give it. You cannot play an option that is just an in-the-money contract with no time premium, because you're now gambling. You're now on the casino floor, and you can only win if your stock goes down in price. You cannot be caught in that game. You've got to be on the other side of the trade where you've written a call option or rolled up into call options that are mainly and practically time value and very little book value. That is the secret to success as an option player. And the longer out you go in time for writing a call, the more flexibility you'll be given, the bigger premium you'll be given, you'll be rewarded for it. And this gives you opportunities for easier rollovers versus being into a contract that has 3 weeks left to go, a month and a half left to go, and all of a sudden a contract is in the money and now you are stuck because you've cornered yourself and you've become a gambler on the floor. Stay away from the floor of that casino and stay up there where the executives are running this thing. Be a casino owner. We're down in 150 on oil at 71 bucks a barrel. Again, there is no hope of oil going to $100 a barrel anytime soon. There is only talk now about how much more cutbacks will kick in on oil consumption. How much less are we going to use going forward? And in China right now, the realization is happening that the demand for oil from the Chinese economy, the country of China, was way over exaggerated. The thinking was, oh, China is going to come on big time with a huge recovery. There's going to be a wonderful bounce back after COVID restrictions are lifted. Oh, the Chinese people are dying to spend money. They're dying to buy new cars. They're dying to buy new homes. Not happening. There are unemployment problems in China. There are money problems in China, cash flow problems in China, real estate nightmares in China, all kinds of issues. And now we have countries like the UK, the European Union, Switzerland, Norway, and others raising interest rates to slow their economies down to fight inflation. This is what the Chinese do not want to hear. This is the Chinese want the Europeans to be buyers of everything made in China, as they wish Americans and Canadians to do. We are being slammed by our central bankers to hold up, slow down, slow down. And this is bad news for exporters. And that would be Vietnamese businesses, South Korean businesses, Japan, of course, exporter, Indonesia, Philippines. This region of the world is under pressure, and China is finding that its own in-house domestic people who are voracious savers of capital, who are voracious, are not loosening their purse strings because they're not enjoying, they're not seeing the upside. They're noticing, in many cases, grandparents in China and parents in China are noticing that the 20-something-year-olds that are graduating colleges all over China are not all finding work. There's an unemployment problem among the young in China, a huge, huge problem. And this is causing grandparents and parents to go, wait a minute, we need money to support these kids with the family. Grandma and grandpa are going to help out with mom and dad to keep feeding this kid, because this university graduate, they're not going out. They're not able to get a job right now. They're unemployed. And there's only limited support from the Chinese economy for that. I don't understand all the domestic nonsense there. But I can imagine that there are families in China looking around going, we have 200 people in the extended family here, cousins, aunts, uncles, everything else. And there are 15 kids of ours that are graduating last year, this year, and next year. And none of them can find work, or one of them can find work. There's no openings for these guys. This is a problem that is festering, and it's getting worse, and it's building pressure. So what jobs are available in China for the youth? Army? Do you go into the armed services? What about this one-child policy problem? This is coming home to roost. If you may recall, there was a policy in China for 15, 20 years. They only wanted people to have one child to control population growth. That worked and is not working. The problem with that is it was very popular to have males and not females as your one child, because in that culture, it's a male-dominated world. And so a lot of pregnancies were ended quietly, illegally, if the mother found that she was carrying a girl. They only wanted a boy. And there are many, 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 many males of a certain age now in China who cannot find a spouse. There's a lack of females of a certain age. And the problem for China is going to be the fact that males don't produce children. Women produce children. And if you have a lack of females out there of a certain age, you are not going to create replacements for those who are dying off. And so as seniors pass on, the young are having fewer kids, and there are fewer kids to be had. And all of a sudden, you've got a demographic problem that you weren't thinking about. This is the echo effect of a one-child policy. And so China's population is actually shrinking right now. More people dying in China than being born. This isn't going to reverse for another 15, 20 years, because you may have removed the one-child policy 5 years ago or whatever it was. Those kids, those girls being born in the last 5 years, they're not having kids for at least 15, 16, 17, 18 years until they will have children. And when they do have children, they will have babies. Children aren't born at 21 years of age. There's another 15, 20-year lag until those folks become adults to add to the society. So you've got yourself a real problem. And that is why India has surpassed China in population. And India has its own unique issues and problems, but China is definitely backing off on this population front. Very interesting. And way more males than females. And that's a problem. Anyway, that's just this old man talking about whatever. Welcome to the party, pals. I'm glad you're all here. What's going on? Macro. I can't even pronounce that. Number 11 here, M11. Uncle Bruce, can you give us guidance when our calls drop? EX, if we are a month out and have pulled in about 80% of the covered call value, should we roll down in strike and in on time? Well, it depends on what contract you're talking about. I mean, if you've done rollovers on contracts to get up to a certain level and now shares are backing off and your time is expiring, I guess, month out, then by all means, you could, in theory, not write shorter term contracts. You're down to a month now. You've made 80% on this trade. You should be looking at a 3-month out, 4-month out contract at an out of the money price for a gain, a big premium gain. Bring in some cash and you decide what to do with it, whether you want to buy more of the stock you're writing on or more of the deep in the money calls you're writing against, if that's what you're doing, or you have something else in mind, or you're using the money for paying off bills and obligations, what have you, up to you. There's all kinds of ways to do it. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for the questions. White Feather, good morning, Uncle Bruce. I'm wondering if rolling my GameStop 30 October 2024 cover calls back in closer to 27s, is that a good idea? I don't have a problem with that trade, to be honest. I really don't. Our GameStop shares closed last night at 24.43. They're now 24.15. You got 30s out there. October 24. You might want to look at 27s, but you might want to look at closer in time. So, if you can write $27 contracts that are maybe instead of expiring October 24, can they expire January 24? Can you look at 27s for January 24? Can you look at 27s for December 23? I don't know. You got to look at it. You figure it out. 24.15 is what the stock is. If you're into $27 calls, they're out of the money. Closer in time would be a really good thing. If you can bring it in from, like I said, October to at least January, then you're down to a 6-month window. I like that. All right. We got Nuxio at the big end here. AI, I'm thinking it'll go back up to 41. And maybe I'm going to write a call for $9 premium for January 24. Well, you're gambling that that's going to happen now. You're not guaranteed that, but I don't dissuade you from thinking that way. However, in the pre-market this morning, we're down 83 cents to 38.21. If you're going to write 40s, write 40s. Look, January, if you're going to write January 24s, there's some nice premiums out there to be had. No question about it. And maybe you'll get 41s written. Maybe you'll write 40s. Maybe you'll write 38s. There's a ways to go here. Last night, for example, the 40s closed last night at 10.20 to 10.90 bid ask on the calls. I'm assuming you're talking about writing calls. Yeah, you said calls. Now, this morning, with an 80-cent drop, 90-cent drop, those 40s will not be 10.20 to 10.80. They will likely be in the 9s. I don't have a problem with any of you folks literally buying the stock at 38 and writing a $40 call for a $9.50 premium. I don't have a problem with that. You take $9.50 off the cost of the stock and you're risking $28 a share, $28.50 a share. I like this game. As stock goes to 35, 33, you'll buy your 40s back for a fraction of what you sold them for, and you'll now write 35s for January again, and you'll bring in another $3, $4 a contract, $5 a contract, bringing your average down yet again. Yeah, you can play this game. You buy deep in the money calls. I like the idea of buying $15 deep in the money calls this morning if you can get them near cost. That 90-10 rule, very important to follow. And then write 40s on those. Not a bad move either. That could be a 950 right against a acquisition price of what, $25 a contract, $24 a contract, and then you're getting 9.5 in. You're now into $14, $15 a contract. I like the risk factor there. The upside looks good. I haven't seen Alberto for a while. How's he doing? Is he okay? People are asking. I would love to know myself. How is my friend doing? What else is going on? What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. A lot of talk about UK. Here we go. Mr. Wallace, Uncle Bruce, or AI. I wrote 5 cash secured put contracts. Jan 24, $40 strike for 11. I hauled in 11. Sit and cross my arms. Yes, indeed. Enjoy. And BP wanted to get a rant out, so there you go. It's okay, BP. You're all good. What else is happening here? Welcome all to the party this morning. Nice to see you joining us this morning. Samsung wrote a Tesla put at 260 Tuesday that expires on Friday. I am screwed. Maybe not. Maybe you could do a rollover. Not sure. You have to check for yourself, but check that option chain. But when you're playing, what can I say? What am I supposed to say to make this individual feel any better about their situation? I'm sitting here telling you guys when to write put contracts, you should write out in time. You should write several months out to give you the flexibility to do what you need to do. I beg you guys to write cash secured puts on SoFi for January 2024 and also AI. But you're going to go ahead on a Tuesday and write a call for a Friday and expect to be a winner. Well, you're the gambler on the floor. That's what you are, and you are screwed. Probably screwed. And you're not following any conservative practices whatsoever. You're a gambler. You are a riverboat gambler, putting it all on the line, looking for a fast hit. And you got one, just the wrong kind of fast hit, the one you didn't want. There it is. What can I say? Anyway, so much fun. Nick Dumouriez, Bruce, I'm number 89 on your thumbs up meter, despite people who are not following what you're saying to do. It's okay. You tell him to roll. Hey, if he can, I tell him to roll. I don't know if he can. I have no idea. He may need to put up more money, though. And or you just got to write off this trade and try another one. But you know what? I am not condoning you guys to go out there and buy and write calls that expire in 3 trading days where you're gambling against the trend. I mean, if that's what you think this channel is, you have not been listening. Man, oh man, there's such opportunity out there to make a killing in this market. To be able to write AI contracts for January 2024 and to be able to haul in $9, $10, $11 premiums, man, this is a gift that just keeps on giving. I mean, yesterday, how many of you were telling me, Bruce, I bought deep in the money calls on AI. I just sold $55 calls against it for this ungodly amount of money. I'm going, way to go. That's the way it's done. You cannot make $1 million in the option market overnight if you are giving yourself 2 or 3 days to make it, unless you are gambling all the way to the bank, all the way to the wall. And if that's how you're going to use your investments, then you get what you deserve, and what you get isn't going to be pretty. If you're going to use the option market as a casino the right way, you're going to be a very patient person, and you're going to take little wins. You're going to take 50% profits off the table here and there and here and there, and you're going to just pile it up and roll over and expand your reach on this. And you're going to do what a number of people here have done the last 2 years. And that is they started writing 2 or 3 contracts at a time. Then they graduated into the seven contracts at a time range, 8 to 12 contracts at a time a few months later. And as they compounded their earnings and had returns come through, there are people here who are now writing 15 to 25 contracts on numerous occasions every month or so. And they're sitting here going, I am dealing with a lot more money now than I was when I started watching Uncle Bruce in 2021. We've had people come and go on this channel, and we will continue to have people come and go on this channel. This is absolutely normal for a YouTube channel and investors in general. There are people here who are watching me that are looking for a hit, a lottery win now. And I keep telling them, and I keep telling all of you guys, this is not the channel for lottery wins. This is the channel to grind money out of the market consistently, steadily, all the time. And yeah, there are days, weeks, sometimes a month where it's slow. It's slow for a while, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. And you have to be ready to react. And some folks just don't have the makeup, the mental makeup to be that kind of trader. It's all right. It's okay. You go where you feel comfortable doing what you're capable of doing. But it's at the end of the day, you have to look at the question, answer the question. Are you making any money doing this? Are you disciplined enough to allow your returns to come in? Or are you looking to pull a machine gun lever and just start firing bullets into the crowded room? I mean, option writers are snipers. That's what I keep saying. You're up in your perch up there and you're waiting for your moment to write a call. The moment you write the call, you scored. That's the name of this game. And if you're going to write a call with 2 days to go, 3 days to go, and you need one thing to happen and only one thing can happen for you to make money, you've just put the odds against you. You've just completely stacked the odds absolutely against you because you've been seduced by the lottery ticket payoff. You're looking at the long shot at the Kentucky Derby and you're betting the long shot and you don't even know the name of the horse. I get it. But then again, there are a lot of people out there in the market, many, that 1, shouldn't be in the market at all. 2, don't know what they're doing. 3, know better. They actually do know what they should be doing, but they are not doing it because they're in a desperate situation. And there are probably millions of people around the world who are borrowing money from wherever they can borrow it to go back to the betting window to gamble. And what scares me out there right now is the number of ads on television that you will see, that you get exposed to when you watch any sporting event, whether it's a baseball game, the Stanley Cup playoffs we just finished with, football coming up. The amount of ads that are on television right now promoting sports betting across North America, in Canada, it is scary. It is absolutely scary. I am really worried for a lot of folks who are seduced by these ads to become gamblers in the sports field. During COVID, those actual gamblers had nowhere to go for sports betting. There was almost nowhere to bet because everything was canceled out, and they came to the stock market. In January 2021, I was talking to you folks on the air live every day, and I knew that a certain percentage of my viewers were not stock market people at all. And they weren't going to be long-term stock market people. They were here for a quick flip. And they went to my channel and dozens of others that popped up all at the same time to talk about long shot investing. And they found their favorites. They all found their favorites out there. And many of these folks and those channels lasted 6 months to a year and disappeared. And as soon as the economy began to reopen, travel was allowed, sports was back on, a zillion of these people who were only here for a short period of time, trading on platforms, commission free, and they would buy one share of Apple or 3 shares of Apple, and it goes up $4 or $5, and they'd flip it. There were people out there who were trying to make $50 to $100 a day trading with $1,000, $2,000. Those folks eventually got their butts handed to them because sooner or later you lose it all, and they went away. They didn't put any more money in. They gave up in frustration. They went back to where they came from, and the sports betting world is now exploding underneath us here. It is absolutely scary and terrifying how many young people, college-age kids and others, who see no end to their misery, their financial misery, because they have loans outstanding for now several years. They've been held off. They don't have to make payments. Now they have to make payments again. And there are kids out there who know that when they graduate are going to be 100, 200 plus thousand in debt to a student loan company. And they're looking for a lottery win for a quick $1,000, $500, $2,000 payoff, $5,000 payoff, trying to find a payoff to just kind of cover the bills. And it's scary. It is unfortunate. And with rates going up, it's not getting cheaper to carry this stuff. And some folks come here just for whatever, and with all best intentions, they come here, listen to this old man rant away. They tolerate that, but they're looking for the trade of trades, and they find out, oh, cash secured puts. I can write cash secured puts. Oh, I can do spreads. I can do a poor man cover call trading, and they go and dip their toe into it without investing time and money into researching how it's done, and they get caught with trades that are impossible because they have no time to wait out the trade. They're looking for immediate payoff, and they're going to take the biggest risk on their spreads to try to make it work. And it doesn't work. It absolutely will not work. You're going to make your money on this channel hanging around here. If you want to play AI and make money on AI, you're going to buy $2,000 to $2,500 contracts. That's what you're going to buy. You're going to cough up $2,500 a contract to write a contract. And you're going to get back $500, $800, $1,100, $1,200, depending on which contract you write. You can bring in some serious money against this contract. But what you have done is you have purchased a 2025 contract for the deep in the money call, and you've written perhaps a 6-month call right now going forward. And that goes against everything a desperado wants to do. Desperados do not want to pay $2,500 for a contract to write just one contract. They don't want to wait until 2024, January 24, for a payoff on a contract they're going to write. So what are they going to do? They're going to buy an in-the-money contract that isn't deep in the money at all. They're going to buy 35s against a $38 stock, and they're going to try to write a $40 call right now for as much as they can get their hands on and look for a quick hit. And guess what happens? Stocks move more than they're supposed to, up and down, and it screws them over because they just don't have the time and the space to make it pay. And they come and they go. And that is exactly what happens out there on every channel that's out there, every broker that's ever had a client. In the old days, I used to get phone calls from clients who'd want to do some really wild trading. And I'd say to them, the only guy making money is my firm from the commissions, and the kind of trading you want to do on margin means my firm is going to take most of the risk on your trade because you don't have the money to back up the loss if there is a loss. And I had to turn away business. And my manager, if I were just a salesman, my manager would not allow me to open an account with a client that wanted to gamble their house away, because these are the clients that would then go running to their lawyers. And they'd say, oh, this broker told me to do this trade. And it's all bunk. It was the client's idea all along. Unfortunately, the brokerage house has to hire a lawyer to defend themselves. The broker pays these fees. And next thing you know, the broker that took this hot shot client on and had 2 or 3 months of great trading activity and all kinds of commissions made finds out that at the end of the day, they have tens of thousands of dollars of expenses against this trader. The trader has hundreds of thousands in losses. The brokerage firm is out all kinds of money. No one's happy. And there you go. And this has been going on from the 70s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, 2010, and it's still happening in platform trading accounts. I'm sure it's happening in other firms all the time. Clients are doing stuff they shouldn't be doing because they're desperate. They're desperate for a win, and they think the win they need to get is a quick, big win. There aren't quick, big wins. Only in the movies. There are wins in the movies, but in real life, you got to grind it out. And so I try to calm everybody down and keep everybody in control. You're here for the long haul. And if you really want to make money in this market, give yourself some time to do it. Give yourself some capital that has time to do it. And you'll be pleasantly pleased as each month goes by, each quarter, each year, that your account is growing. If you do it right, your account's great. There will be weeks that are going to be from hell, and there are going to be months that are great. There are going to be days that are great, days that are bad. Welcome to the real world, everybody. You got to stay real. But anyway, it's nice to have you here, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. Good morning, all. Nazareth, number 100. Good stuff. What else is going on? What's going on? What's going on? Options Nomads. Uncle Bruce, could you explain, probably again, why, if the exception is for AI to rise, if the expectation for AI is to rise, why would we write calls at 55 way out to January? Per my cover call. So Bruce, the stock's at $38 a share, and you're thinking it could go up. Why would we write out to January? Why wouldn't we write October's or August's or July contracts? What I'm trying to say to you is, on an AI story, we have a company here with 108 million out, 90 something million trading, and 33 million shorted. A huge short position. So there's going to be volatility. Since last week, just in the last week, we've gone from the 30s to the mid 40s back to the 30s again. There's volatility in them there hills, which means there are premiums in them there hills to be had. But you've got to ask yourself, are you going to gamble on this thing, or are you going to invest in it? And if you want to put some hard-earned money on the table, I say get yourself a nice insurance policy against that wager. So if you went ahead and bought $25 in the money calls last week, and you wrote $55 calls on the stock last week until January 2024, the deep in the monies go till 2025, the short terms go to Jan 2024, and you wrote 55s and you brought in $10, you're smiling right now in a way. In one way, you're upset because the shares have come in from the mid 40s to the high 30s. On the other hand, those calls you wrote have also backed off dramatically, and that has offset this dip, which allows you now to reload your pistol. And what are you going to do? You're going to buy back 55s and write 50s. Why wouldn't you do that? You'll write January 50s. You'll buy the 55s and write 50s. This stock goes to $32. You're going to buy back the 50s and write 45s. You're bringing cash in on these writes, these successive writes, because what you're buying your calls back for is less than what you're getting for the ones you're writing every time. You're bringing cash in. You're bringing cash in. You might have to lower your deep in the money call. If the stock goes down to 30, goes to 28, you might have to buy back or sell off your 25 and buy a 20. It'll run you $300-400 a contract more. You have the money. You wrote 55s. You then bought them back and wrote 50s. You bought them back and wrote 45s. You bought them back and wrote 40s. You have that money to make that adjustment. You may also have enough cash to buy additional deep in the money calls, to write additional contracts and tolerate and accept and handle a dip in the market. If this is a straight line over the next 2 weeks, we're going from 48 or 45 all the way to 25. If that's going to happen, I don't think that's going to happen. But if it were, you're able to handle it. We're gamblers with only a couple of $1,000. They're going to buy a $30 deep in the money call or 35 when the stock is 45, and they're going to write $45 calls against the value and that expire in 3 weeks. Okay, great. you got $4 premium. The stock went down $8. You bought the callback for $1. You made $3, but you're down 8, and now you're out of the money. Your calls are not in the money anymore. You're wiped out. The stock is more volatile than the capital you have if you're playing that game, that very scary game of being way too high on your deep in the money calls and writing short-term calls without any premium to them. And this is why I say, write these Januaries. This gives you time. Make it your asset, not your enemy. Option buyers don't pay attention to the time very much. They actually don't. They get so seduced by the volatility of the stock, the movement of the shares, that they think their contracts are going to just go right with it and they're going to make a killing on contracts. They forget the time factor. It's the silent killer of option players. Where option writers are going, this is my salvation. I get the time to adjust. And that's what I talk about here. I hope that helps. I hope I'm not repeating myself too much, but sometimes I guess I have to. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're opening up in 2 minutes, I believe. Exciting. Thanks, brother, says Pulse Guitar. 115 thumbs ups. Thank you. Bruce, I lost $17,000 on AI doing what you said, paper trading. I don't know exactly what it is you did and how you did what you did and where you're at, but this isn't over. If you are doing what I've said you should be doing, you are not done your trade yet, because this isn't a 1 week trade that I'm talking about. Nowhere is there anywhere where I'm saying to you guys, for the next week, this is your winner take all strategy. I don't do that here, so I'm not sure where you're coming from with this exact comment. Word to the wise, though, don't write any covered calls on Yoko Ono albums. I think that's true. Option Nomads, thanks a ton. Yep, repetition is the key. You got it, Option Nomads. All right. Thank you all for joining in already. Thank you for these thumbs ups already today, everybody. Larry Titus, I think, is about to do us a solid and hit the bells to get us started today. Great to have you here. Thank you to those of you who have been subscribing to this channel, who have just recently joined us as subscribers. Thanks to those of you who are members of this channel. We're going member-only content commentary right now. Thank you all. And thank you for the thumbs ups, giving the show a little momentum today. It is fantastic. 123 are here and more coming in. 229 are in the house. That's telling me we have about 100 slackers hanging around here. You slackers out there, come on, help us out. Aurora, thank you for this green bar announcement. A member, 24 months gold bagel member. Thank you so much for being here and being with us for 2 years. This is so awesome. I thank you, and all of you who are members of this channel. You keep us on the air, no question about it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right, Larry, there it is. There, them be the bells. Let's go. It's time, says Kent. Giddy up, folks. Neat, says Richard. 126 thumbs up, says Mr. Premium, the option. Well, Larry, the bell dinger, thank you, says BW. Maria, good morning. I am number 128. Thank you, everybody, for coming through here. We are now at 133 thumbs ups. They're coming in one after the other. Bang, bang, bang. I love these thumbs ups. Thank you so much. Aurora, I learned so much over the last 2 years. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, and everybody. This is the other thing about this channel. I get people who join me here who want to get rich quick scheme. And then I have people like Maria and others who, like Aurora and others, who've been here a while and they studied, they took the classes, they're here every day, and they dip their toe into this option market, and they're using it as a conservative way to build capital. And for some of you out there, I know, I absolutely know, for some viewers out there, this isn't fast enough. I mean, you are boring, pal. I need action, buddy. I want movement. I want to be on the edge of trading all the time. Wrong channel. Although I will say, if you're an option writer, you're always watching the markets. You actually are always aware of where things are at. But you don't have to be a minute-to-minute day trader. That's not the game. You're not putting all your capital on the line for a single transaction that has to happen by the time Friday rolls around in order to survive. That's not what this channel is about. Never will be. And so I thank you, for those of you who are here, for all the right reasons. And I congratulate you on the success you've had so far. And I think this tremendous success you're going to continue to have being part of this family. I'm really stoked for you. Let's take a look at the opening. Thank you, Larry, for hitting the bells. We're up and running. And as I said earlier this morning, the Dow is off at the moment, not a lot. We're down 70 points. There's not a lot going on here. Yeah, we're down 97, a quarter of a percentage point. That's it. Talk about quiet. We're down 13 on S&P. We're down 62 on NASDAQ. We are not leading the markets lower. Europeans were leading the markets lower. American markets are receiving cash from overseas players. The American markets are a safe haven for investors to come into, and that's what I sense is going on. Yeah, we're down a little to start the day. Yeah, sure, maybe we'll have a little drop in the first 10, 20 minutes. But if it's only going to be this kind of percentage of drops, a third of a point, a quarter of a point, that's not enough to stop this market from potentially going higher. Did you notice yesterday how the markets all day long slowly came back? Interesting how some of the stocks we follow actually had an up day yesterday when it was all said and done. Yeah, that's an underlying sign of the strength that's out there and the interest in the future of the economy here. Matterport down half a penny. Oh, okay, I can handle that. Nvidia down $4, $4.26 a share. SoFi, $8.46, down 16. Lately, SoFi would be down 60, 80 cents in the first 5 minutes. It would be down closer to $1 a share in the first 5. Now it's down 16 cents in the first few minutes. There's no follow through here. 8.46. Back to 9 at any time and beyond, I think. Rocket Lab down 14 to 576. It's not giving up anything here. GameStop's just down 40 cents, 24.03. AI down 26 cents. Hello. It was down, what, $4 yesterday? 26 cents. All right. Smart Rent down 2 cents. What do we got? Unity down 38. Tesla down 543 to 254. We were at 249 this morning in the pre-market. We're $5 higher than that on the actual opening. So we're not free falling on Tesla. We are slipping a little more. I'd rather have this than just $20 drops every day. Honestly, I'd be happier with a more calm market, but we'll see. Apple up 59 to 184.55. Google down 82. Moderna down $1. Cisco's off 34. Pfizer down 15 cents. IBM at 132.17, down 152. HPQ down a dime. Microsoft up $1.18. Amazon is up $1. We've got Home Depot down 32 cents. We have Vanik down 43. Netflix down $1.20. It's a $423 stock. Adobe is up $1.45. 478.93. Wants to go back to 500. It looks like on the Adobe. Goldman Sachs down $3.56 at $321. Boeing is down $7. Meta down $2.70. Target down 8 cents. JP Morgan down 47 cents. Costco's up $1, $520. Walmart up 59 cents. Disney down $0.25 at 88.39. American Airlines down 18 cents. DraftKings up 18 cents at the moment. So some mixed quotes and some partial drops, but nothing too catastrophic. The Dow now down about 70 at the moment. Not a Lurker says, I am thumbs up 138, buddy. Thank you, Not a Lurker. All of you out there who are hitting the thumbs up button, let me know what number you are if you can. And BZ is saying, Bruce, I've been a member of your channel for 24 months. 2 years. I am a gold bagel level at the moment. And I thank you, BZ, for this wonderful announcement and letting us know how long you've been a member. So many of you do this. These announcements you can make are no charge to you. You just hit the $ sign and you can tell the world how long you've been a member, even include a message if you want. Thank you to those of you who send us super chats and let us know how you're doing there. And then again, those of you who are upgrading your membership to the Gold Bagel Standard, thank you for that. We had our show last night, Prime Time Live with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. It was 6 o'clock Eastern last night. The show went a little longer than we thought. Very good show. And thank you for those Gold Bagel members who join me every morning at 8 o'clock, half an hour before we start this show for the pre-alert show. Try to give back a little more to the Gold Bagel members because they make a larger donation to this channel, and I thank you. You guys are keeping us on the air. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you kids in New York. This New York thing is catching fire. We're going to do it in Manhattan. I'm 99% sure that's how it's going to play out. A number of you have indicated to me you are coming to New York for the weekend. You're coming in. I'm excited. It's going to be October. That is the timing. Let me just double check something here if I can. Pardonnez-moi while I set something up and look something into here. There we go. There we are. We are arriving in New York on Thursday, the 19th of October. That is the night or the day we arrive in New York. And it's going to be that Saturday. So Friday, Saturday, the 21st of October is the meet and greet day in New York City. That much I can tell you. October 21 is meet and greet day this year, 2023. That is a Saturday. It's Manhattan, and we're going to do it in likely a hotel meeting room. I have to finalize discussions and get things figured out as to exactly which hotel, the size of the room, and making it work for us. But rest assured, it is Manhattan, October the 21st, Saturday, the meet and greet, and it likely will be something like a 1 p.m. to maybe a 5 p.m. get together. Something like that is sort of the rough plan at this moment in time. So those of you who are coming into New York for the day, just to come and see us, you'll be able to figure out the logistics on whether you're coming in by rail, by car, by bus, by whatever. Those of you who are in Long Island, those of you who live in New Jersey next door, you have a fairly simple way in. Millions of ways to do it. Those of you from out of state, those of you who are going to come to the area, you may already have friends, relatives that you know. You're going to arrive on Thursday or Friday to see them, and on Saturday morning you're going to work your way into to Manhattan to catch up with Jennifer and I. Can't wait. I think it's going to be great. Some of you are going to come in and literally fly in. I know this. I've got the message. Some of you are flying in on Friday, Thursday, and you're staying 4 or 5 days yourselves. And the Saturday day is booked to be with us. And the rest of the time, you're going to be in Manhattan enjoying yourselves. And it's possible that some of you are coming in on your own, but many of you likely are coming in with someone else. And this could be a nice little fall getaway weekend for some of you people. And if Jen and I are inspiring you to think Manhattan for a weekend getaway, fabulous. It's Saturday, October the 21st, Manhattan get together with Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen from about 1 to 5 o'clock will be the official time. Looks like we are still nailing down exactly where that's going to be, and we'll keep you posted. All right. And there will be a cost to this. This is not going to be we'll meet you at a Starbucks for 15 minutes. This is going to be an organized get together. There will be a cost to it. That will be determined again by the final location and everything else. So bear with me. I'm working on it, and we've got a bit of time yet, but I'm giving you what I can when I can as far as what information I can give you at this moment, so that you can look at your calendar now and go, all right, Friday the 20th, Saturday the 21st, Sunday the 22nd, Those 3 days, we might go to Manhattan. And in the middle of all that, we're going to catch up with Uncle Bruce in person. And maybe we'll do a play. Maybe we'll see a sporting event. Maybe we'll do whatever, do some shopping and some sightseeing in New York, whatever you like. Hopefully that'll work out. Thank you all. It's great. Okay, not a lurker. This looks good. Looks like you're nailing this down. Okay, October 21. Okay, got it. Mr. Premium, the option stinker on AT&T just hit. Sold a covered call for $1.84. Just bought it back for 11 cents. Congratulations, JR. Mr. Premium, the option. Nice going. Kent, I'm number 72. Not a lurker. Is there going to be an entry fee to help offset the cost? There will be. I'll be arriving via Amtrak, booking my train now, says Larry Titus. Blair, Uncle Bruce, will you do this next year, October, November as well? No idea. I'm not looking forward past that at all. You stick around, Splair. I'll let you know. Not a lurker. Okay, very good. Back to lurking mode. I get it. Kareem, Uncle Bruce sent you an email. Right on. Thank you, everybody. So, folks, looking forward to seeing you. I know some of you have reached out to me privately. You would like to do a one-on-one with us in New York, in person, a personal one-on-one. That is being arranged. We'll make arrangements to that effect going forward as well. There won't be very many of those slots available because I'm not interested in having, a quick. Let's see each other, talk to each other real fast. Now get out! I got someone else coming in. I'm not looking to do any kind of an assembly line thing here, but we may have openings for between 2 and 4 single private one-on-ones, and those could well be maybe 2 on Friday the day before and maybe 2 on the Sunday the day after, but Saturday itself is reserved for those of you who would like to come down to see us in person. We're going to take it from there, so stand by. Looking forward to it. All right, what else? Larry, I sure hope they don't search me for hazardous materials. I'll have a special album with me. For those of you out there who would love to give us a gift, keep in mind we are air travelers. So if any of you want to give us a toaster oven, don't be doing that. We don't want or need a toaster oven. All right. An album is going to be enough of a trick because I know how packed we are coming back after being in Europe for 2 months. I have room for just very little things here. So just okay. All right. Flint Creek, Larry is going there. There you are. All right. It should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm scheming quite a number of things here for this get together. I was actually even thinking, should I make that class number 16? Should I make class number 16 the actual live event and have someone film it and then edit it and put it on? I don't think so, but I think that this session, this get together will be, it could be very informative for a number of you because you're going to be able to ask me directly questions on the spot about whatever is going on at the time. Obviously, October the 21st versus June the 22nd, different market, different stories, different events, different everything. So we'll be current. We'll be talking about what's happening October 20th, the day before Friday's close. We'll be talking about that and the week coming up. So we'll see what's going on here. It should be fun. Should be fun. Nick DeMaurier. Oh, man, I was about to give Uncle Bruce an Anti-Gen a brand new Tesla, but the airline probably won't allow that in the overhead storage bin. Dude, I want Larry's Yoko mixtape. Splair, then everything works great this time because I'm interested in a trip to New York and my first one-on-one there, but it definitely won't work during my capital raising this year. JR, Nick DeMaurier smiling. Charles Wells, number 150. Mandu, number 5. Oh, my God, that would be awesome. Mandu, number 5. I can't wait for UBCon, laughing out loud. Uncle Bruce Con. Oh man. Should be a lot of fun. It'll be interesting to see how many of you would like to come out. I have been, I've been asking my friends, I've been asking my relatives, I've been asking people who are very aware of what I do here. What do you think? How do you think? How many will come out? How many are going to show for this? This is not. This is totally different. This crowd is totally different than the crowd from Traveling with Bruce. I mean, it's completely different here. We have a whole different channel here, and there are people determined to fly in from quite some distances for this get together. I mean, this is serious money being spent by some folks to get to us, and we appreciate it, and we wanted to make it worth everyone's while to do so. But I don't know how you are coming. There's 210 of you watching me now. There'll be another 1,300 watching this show on rerun all day today, tomorrow. There'll be 1,500 of you watching at least this discussion. How many of you are coming and are bringing a significant other with you, a friend, a relative, a wife, a husband, a boyfriend, a girlfriend? I don't know. Are we talking about 100 of you that are theoretically thinking of coming to this? 200? 60? 29? I have no idea for sure. There's an underground number and it's growing, but I don't know. We'll find out. Larry, I think the New York Stock Exchange building is not in use on Saturday. Could we host it there? I hadn't thought of that. I'll keep you posted. I'm trying to find a way to make it, convenient for all. We've got to figure out, we got to figure out a room that can work for a certain number of people. We have to have bathroom facilities. We have to have refreshments. We have to have snacks. We're talking 4 hours. We're not talking 30-minute. Hi, how are you? See you later. It's a show. It's an event. It's a thingy. There's a thingy here. And it's a 4-hour thingy I'm putting together, and it's going to require more than just we'll just see you at the Starbucks on the corner of so and so and so and so and say hi to me, quick selfie, and we'll see you later. That's not it. That's not what this is. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, I will be taking you and Auntie Jen on the skyline. DH Larry wants to ring the real bell. That's what's going on here. He wants to ring the real bell. My God. Oh man, I have no idea. I'm excited about it, and we're pumped about it. And we're really keen on having it in Manhattan. I have no idea whether Jen and I will have any time to ourselves actually on this time frame, because it's Thursday in and we're out of there on Tuesday. Like, we're in and we're out, and so it has to happen on the Saturday. The Friday and the Sunday are in flux right now. We don't know how tired will we be from the flight from Germany into New York. I don't know how jet lag will affect us. I have a feeling though that the adrenaline will overcome everything, and we will be exhausted when we get back here, I suspect. We'll figure it out. All right. Thank you. Karim, so if it's 4 hours and 100 people, it's like 2 minutes a person to chat with you. Less. There's no way that we're going to be able to do little. You're not going to be in a little room with me and talk to me for 20 minutes one-on-one. That is impossible. So it's going to have to be a presentation to the room, and there will be the Q&As that will be wide open. And I think the main thing you guys are going to get out of this more than anything else is, for a number of you folks, it's the first time you're going to see each other in person. And I think this is really the family get together. I'm there, but also many of you are going to have that name tag we're going to put on you that has your name on it, but also this handle on it as well. So if Mandu number 5 is there, and if DH Ruda is there, and Kareem is there, they'll see, oh, you're that person. I talk to you all the time on Discord, or you're the one who always asks Bruce about this and that. So there's a lot of mingling coming up. I'm really looking forward to it. But again, I don't know how it'll all play out for certain. I can only give you an overall general idea. And Jen has made it very clear to me, Auntie Jen, that look, if you get 200 people showing up, you have another totally different kind of presentation to make. I mean, you talking to 15 people, 50 people, 100, 150, 200, all are different. There's no way you can give every single person 10 minutes of your time. You don't, it's impossible. It's just physically undoable. So yeah, I'm aware of that. And we will be limited. Eventually there will be a limit to how many can come. And that's what I'm working on right now with regard to a meeting place. The meeting place I have in mind, generally speaking, will have a limitation on how many people can come out. So then I will come to you folks and say, all right, here's the story. And then we'll let you know how many we have room for, what's the cost going to be, and who's in is in, and we'll go from there. I don't know. I don't know if I come to you with a room of this size and I'm convinced that, we'll sell out that room, and only half of you show up. That'll be the way it is. If it's the room is this size and triple the number of you want to come out, I don't know what I can do about it. I don't yet know, because I'm not an expert in handling this kind of business. I'm barely capable of talking to a camera every day in a bedroom out of Calgary or other locations. I'm not an expert in putting together these kinds of events. So bear with us. We're working on it. All right, there you go. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you. JR, if you need any free time, I'll bring my Uncle Bruce mask and do the show. Got to memorize one of your rants, though. Wing Commander, Wing Commander, speaking of Germany, any chance you're flying in or out of Munich? We're flying out of Munich. We will be in Munich to go to New York. I suspect you are in that area. There might be a chance for a get-together there. JR, also, I think you need to install a poll for Alberto. Pile dancing, here we come. We might have to get volunteers from the audience to come on up here and show us their pole dancing techniques. Lorraine, let people prepay. That will be the deal. That is going to happen when I announce it. Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to basically pre-offer the deal. We're going to say, here's how many slots we have. This is the price. This is the location. This is the timing. If you want in, you can make a payment to that, and we're done. And now I can write the list out as to who's in, and that'll be how it goes. So just relax. Yeah, it's coming. I'm working on it. And what location are we going to for our morning bagels, and what schmear are you choosing? Dude, strongly considering attending, very much so. We'll let you know on where we're at, but other than that, it's going to be top secret. Mike, do I have to hire bodyguards? I don't know. Are Jen and I going to be in one area, and the event is going to be in a completely other area? That's another thing to think about. We have a lot of stuff to work on. Blair, so Uncle Bruce, when you're in Dortmund, I know a good steakhouse. There are some good steakhouses in Dortmund, but I'm not interested in having steak in Dortmund. If I were to go to Dortmund, Munich, I don't want to have a steak. I can have a steak here. I want to have food over there that I can only get over there. Quality of the area is what I'm after. Steak is easily done in North America. That's not a problem. It's different, but we'll keep everybody posted. At the moment, we don't have our exact locations of our entire trip figured out yet. So where in Europe and when in Europe, that hasn't been nailed down yet. I just know when we get there, and when we leave from there, and when we get to New York, and I know when we're coming back to Calgary. I know that. I got the flights, but now I have to fill in the gaps. So anyway, I'll give you as much as I can give you. All right. How about a school building? Splair, I'm asking only for the month. There you go. Yeah, we've got, like I said, we have a number of possibilities here, but we'll keep you posted. All right. But thank you for the suggestions and thank you for the enthusiasm and all of this. I'm really looking forward to the event and hopeful and fairly confident that when it's all said and done, those of you who will be there will go, I'm glad I went. I'm really glad I went. I learned a lot. I learned a lot more than I thought I'd learn. I met people I've always wanted to meet, and I'm really glad to get to know people in a personal way for the first time. This is going to really be beneficial. So I'm excited for all of us. And like I said, between now and October 21, it's 4 months. So leave it with us. We will be back to you with more details soon, and we'll then open it up for registration or whatever you want to call it, and allow donations to be made towards the cause. And away we go. All right. I'll keep you posted. All righty. Splayer, I will find something. There you go. Yes, if we're in Dortmund, I suspect there will be no trouble finding a place to get together with you. There should be no trouble whatsoever. I'll keep you posted when I know more. All righty. Auntie Jen is in the room. How are you, dear? Wee-hee-hee.
I'm good.
All right.
A lovely day. Do you want me to open your window?
Yeah, we can give it a try. Why not? Let's give
Not
it
as
a
cold
go.
Now.
Well, that's not a guarantee, but it was brisk this morning, let's say. It was quite brisk, and I had to shut it down, even though I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I had to shut that window. It was really something. Chilly is right.
So what's happening in the world today?
Well, we're talking about the New York thing. We know, you and I, when we arrive and we depart New York. So I've revealed that the date in question for the get together is Saturday, October 21. That is the weekend we're there, and I'm looking at a 1 to 5 o'clock kind of window for the get together. About a 4-hour thing. Most of these rooms that we will be looking at, they likely will insist that you pay a day rate for the entire room because
or a half day.
Yeah, it depends. And again, depending on size, and then it's depending on what the room will consist of. Chairs, tables, refreshment bar, snacks, more than that. What is it you were doing? They're going to ask, what do you have in mind? We'll set it up the way you want, but the more you want it set up, the more expensive it gets. But then again,
they have packages.
Who's coming and how long and where, what, when, and whatever. And so that's what we're dealing with.
Having done more than a few meetings in my life, I know how this works.
See, and I'm reaching out to others with this knowledge as well. So there you are. Thank you. What's going on here? Manager, Uncle Bruce, I love this cash secured. I love this cash secured put thingy I do on day trading. I have written 10 cash secured puts on Tesla. These are October the 140s for 23.90. Closed just now, 22.5 just now, and locked in $1,400 in 15 minutes. Not bad.
There you go.
So even making $1.50 on or $1.40 on a contract 10 times is $1,400. There you go. Larry, good morning. Auntie Jen.
Good morning,
Richard
Larry.
Carlin, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Richie.
Mandu number 5, good morning, Auntie Jen.
Mandu.
JR, hello, Auntie Jen. We're all getting pumped for New York City.
Right.
JR said, I'll get a Bruce mask and I'll do the rant if you need some rest.
Okay. There you go.
Home Skillet.
You can be his anger management guy.
There you go. So Home Skillet is saying you could always limit the number of attendees according to the venue. That's the plan.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That is the plan.
We have to limit just from a time perspective.
And that was brought up by Karim. Karim is saying, if you've got so many people and only so much, you only have 2 minutes a person.
I know, and that's not long enough.
And that's not we know
you want 5 to 10 at
least. We're dealing with a lot of stuff here.
Yes.
Just like that you ever watch that movie Bull Durham? and they call a timeout. And Kevin Costner comes onto the mound to talk to the pitcher, and then the guy from third base comes and says, "Don't have any balls come to me because my girlfriend put a curse on my glove. I can't."
catch it.
And then another guy shows up. What are we gonna do about the wedding? And then another guy comes in, and then the manager comes out and says, "Well, what the hell is going on out here?" Well, we're dealing with a lot of stuff right now.
A lot of stuff.
And so that's what's happening here. We're dealing with a lot of stuff right now, trying to figure out.
Got a lot of stuff.
We're trying to figure you guys out, and that's our nightmare because you guys are not the same. You're all different characters.
There you go.
Some of you are high needs individuals. Let me tell you that. Some of you are easygoing and whatever. Some of you folks are, you're hard to deal with. We'll figure you out. We'll do the best we can with what we got. Blair, my something is because of First Trade's rule for withdrawals to Germany, I have to cash out my covered call money once a month. So I have to plan well my spendings in the future and work on a plan to invite you somewhere. Blair,
isn't that weird?
Too much information. At least deposit withdrawals cost me each time $50. Oh yeah, don't be doing that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, crazy. JJ, Uncle Bruce, consider WeWork. We can select custom food orders, pizza delivery, etc., etc.
Exactly.
John Anderson, hello, Jen. Manager,
Morning,
Uncle
John.
Bruce, make sure to get parking for the number of attendees.
Oh, yeah.
Parking can be problematic in New York. No kidding. Yeah, I'm not.
Parking is the bane of existence.
I'm not even thinking about parking for you guys. I'm not going to. I'm going to announce the venue. I'm going to announce the date. I'm going to announce the cost, and everything else is up to you because I am not here to customize every single one of you to come and see me. You have to figure out how to get there. New York is very accommodating in many levels, except if you want to drive in. Thankfully, you're coming in on a Saturday. That is one thing. I don't
You're
not in the commute Monday to Friday, okay, but
does that mean that it's like down here? You now have weekend drivers.
Yeah, my personal my advice to you guys, if you're driving in from out of town, out of state, park it in New Jersey and train it in, mass transit it in. But that's my advice. You decide what to do. If you're staying the weekend in New York because of us, wouldn't that be wonderful? Congratulations. Come on in on Friday. Spend the Friday night, spend Saturday night in New York, go home Sunday. How you get there, how you get out, that is your call, not mine. I'm not giving advice.
Various employees wanted me to be concerned how they got to and from work.
Right. Sorry. Beach Boy.
At the door.
Beach Boy. You guys are not serious. Manhattan is for softies. We'll see if y'all come here for a get-together in Tel Aviv, Israel. Now you're talking. Now you're serious.
Let's go for a little picnic on the East Bank.
Manhattan. Child's Play. JJ Pizza Beer. Yay! Bobby Atkinson, I'm a high needs guy person. I'm a high needs person. I'll only come if there are green and blue M&Ms available. Any other colors in the bowl? And I just want to go on stage.
He's a vegan.
He's a vegan. Blair, at least the info shows other viewers that the money-making machine here is real, and that is right. Beach Boy manager, just send you just send you a private helicopter. I mean, come on, pop in. JJ, Staten Island parking. Take the Staten Island ferry. It's free. There you go. You see. Really? Take the Staten Island ferry across for nothing, and then
there you go.
Grab an Uber or a cab or get into the subway and pop up to wherever Bruce is hanging out, and away we go.
There you go.
There you are.
See? It's all easy peasy.
It's a cake. It's a nothing burger. This get together is a nothing burger. It's all we talk about here. It's just the rest of the European holiday is a nothing burger. We're flying into the UK. We're going to get a rail pass. We're going to be in Germany. We're going to be in Austria. We're going to be in Switzerland. We're going to be in France, perhaps Italy, perhaps here, perhaps there. That's a nothing burger. Oh yeah. Vienna, Prague, Munich, Berlin, Frankfurt, London,
We're
Amsterdam,
not
Zurich.
going to Munich in September.
Nothing. New York. What the hell are we going to do in New York? Oh God, we're in New York for 4 days. Oh God. That's what's going on around here. So it's you people. You people are stressing me out.
You people.
You people.
You're not supposed to point at people.
You people making all that money, writing all those options and getting rich I tell you.
I tell you. Have you been ranting all morning?
Not really.
You're a little scruffy this morning.
I know. I need to. Dude says, can part of the presentation be a complete ranking of channel membership? We need a pecking order, Uncle Bruce. What the hell does that mean? What does he want?
A pecking order. Well, I guess seniority has its privileges. Maybe that's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
who's been here the longest, they get to talk the most.
Only Gold Bagel members can come, or only members of the channel can come, and not casual viewers or
That's
whatever.
right. We're going to have color-coded name tags.
Color-coded name tags. Gold name tags, blue name tags, pink name tags.
Yes.
I don't know.
So you'll know who to bow and curtsy to.
That's right. Who to bow and curtsy to. Yeah.
Who to defer to.
Who to defer to. Yes, these are the questions we have, Bruce. We need to know.
We have needs.
BW says the dude charges $150 a class.
The dude.
This is not a $3,000 symposium in New York that he's providing everything. Come on, folks, you're making good money. You can afford a nice trip to New York. Oh, there you go. There you go. I find it amazing how some of these symposiums that are offered are like $5,000 to $10,000, and it doesn't include a hotel room for you.
But you do get,
it's incredible.
3 to 5, 6 different presenters.
Yeah.
Whether that's helpful or not, I'm not sure.
I mean, I've seen seminars and symposiums and investor conferences, whatever you call these things, that are held all over the place, and they have one in Dallas, and it's a Friday night arrival. They have like a welcoming whatever at an auditorium, and then Saturday all day and Sunday all day they have 2 full days of exhibits and presentations and seminars in a convention facility with room here for 500 people, room here for 300 people. This speaker has room for 200 people. All these different venues all around. People fly in from all over the place. They stay in whatever hotels they stay in. They get transportation there and back, however they do it. And it's running like a couple of $1,000 a person for 2.5 days of this stuff. It's real estate, or it's futures trading, or commodity trading, or it's derivatives trading, or it's just investing. I mean, it covers every manner of investing. Those go on all the time, all over the place. And some of these are incredibly expensive to be in, because you're dealing with the possibility of 10 different speakers that are flown in for these, put up for a couple nights. They are doing 2 speeches, one Saturday, one Sunday. They have workshops and all this stuff. I mean, these are serious.
They're machines.
And there are organizations that just do that.
Promotions.
And then spend gazillions of dollars promoting him and selling him and everything else. I mean, the Nigerians, the guys on CNBC, the brothers that do the option stuff, they do these seminars several a year. I think they do like one every 2 months.
Yeah.
Vegas is one place, I'm pretty sure. Miami, I think. Atlanta, I don't know about anywhere else. And I think it's $800 to $1,000 a person. I think. I don't know exactly. I've never been to one. But those are crazy expensive. They're serious bucks.
And merch.
And we're talking thousands of attendees. We're not talking 200 or 300 guys showing up, guys and girls. We're talking 2,000-3,000 people showing up, 5,000 people showing up for that. This is big business. That's not what I have in mind here. TJ, yes, Bruce, we would like to know your favorite nephews and nieces here, please. Thank you. Laughing out loud. Testy Donkey, what will the carpet be like, Bruce? I can only walk on velour. It's got to be. If it ain't that, I'm not coming.
Well,
Mandu, definitely adding how long I've been a member on my name tag, laughing out
There
loud.
you go.
I'm going to do that. Dude, I got Jen laughing. That's got to be points in the ranking right there. Dude, you're moving it up. Splair, BW, I'm thanks to own stupidity a year behind you all, says Splair. Flint, I hope I can get to provide some swag. I hope I can provide some swag. We'll talk about that. And there are people who want to do that. Hector, of course, I had been on the fence regarding attending. However, color-coded name tags have now piqued my interests.
And
you see.
velour rugs.
And velour rugs. JJ, swag bag? This ain't the Oscars, Flint,
bag.
you know,
You get a
swag bag, a Splair. But for me, anyways, it's $1,000 flight in one direction.
Yes.
So my best hope you all have a great time and repeat it next year when I can plan to visit to New York. Come on.
Exactly.
It's all right, Splair. It's all right. We'll see how it all works out. Yes.
It's all good.
Swag bag. Yeah, we've talked about that too. There's everything. Everything's being talked about here. Tons. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for
time for my coffee.
For being here. Auntie Jen, time for you to have some libation.
Thursday.
Welcome to Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday, everyone. Exactly. Another day of fun at the OK Corral. We're up 26 on the Dow, so we turned it around, Auntie Jen. I'll see you a little later. Thank you. Bye. See you later, Auntie Jen. The turnaround is on the Dow. We're up 35 now. It looks like we've gone green over there. On the rest of the markets, let's see what's going on. From the Dow, 41 points higher, 6 points higher on S&P, 55-point gain on NASDAQ. Complete turnaround. Oil down $2.45 a barrel to $70.08. So we're crapping out on oil as we figured it would. Matterport is down 2.5 cents, nothing much there. Nvidia is down 32 cents. There's a turnaround. Nvidia is at 430. It was down to 422 this morning. It's now 430, coming on fast. We're down 9 cents on SoFi. The low today, 835, now 854. So that's a turnaround coming on. Rocket Lab 568. We were up to 586, down to 557, now 568, coming back. Still off a little bit, 20 cents, 570 now on Rocket Lab, coming back. GameStop at $24, down 43 cents. The low on GameStop today, $23.76, coming on. AI is only off 58 cents. The low of the day, $37. We're at 38.5, $1.50 pop here on the other side, coming on. Smart Rent down 7. Unity down 8 cents, coming on. Tesla down just 15 cents. 259 on Tesla. We were down to 248 earlier. Now 259. Who was talking about getting wiped out on a Tesla put trade? That whatever happened to that? It's not a member though, so I don't know what's going on. Tesla just went green. We're up 2 cents on Tesla. Apple up 150. Google up 39. Moderna is only off 73 cents. Cisco's plus 7 now, is down 50. Pfizer only off 23 cents. IBM 132.37, down 129. It was down to 131.60. Coming on. HPQ is green, up 6. Microsoft up 4.49. Amazon up 3.60. Spire down 0.6 of a penny. Nothing much going on there. Home Depot up 60. Vanik up 85. Netflix down $1.50. Adobe up 3.30. Goldman down 2.40. Boeing down $4. Was down 7, I think. Boeing was as low as 2.03. It's now 2.07 actually. So $4 climb from its lows. We've got Meta up 180. Target down 59. JP Morgan down 57. Costco's up $3. Walmart up 160. Disney up 53. American Airlines down 3 cents. And DraftKings up 40. The turnaround is on. We're up 50 on the Dow at the moment. So we had that half-hour sell-off, and it's over. So far, we're now up 0.5 percentage point on NASDAQ. 72-point gain over there. The Dow only up 0.1 of a point. So NASDAQ is leading the way around. U.S. leading economic indicators fell in May for the 14th straight month. That's a headline. And U.S. existing home prices registered their largest drop since December 2011. So on the one hand, lower housing prices is good for inflation, but higher interest rates to carry homes is bad for inflation. It's back and forth. That's what's going on. All right. Well, we'll see what's happening here. Thank you, everybody. Lorraine says, Uncle Bruce, don't sweat it. Your best bet is the Javits Center. It's near Hudson Yards and Madison Square Garden. We can always rent Madison Square Garden. 20,000 could go in there. Could kick out the Knicks and the Rangers and kind of take it over. Could always do that. 20,000 of the 80,000 viewers of this channel, subscribers want to show up. We could do that. Should be a lot of fun, eh? Good times. Well, we'll see what happens. Fun. Oh my goodness gracious. Where are we at now? We're Matterport is unchanged. Nvidia's up 68 cents now. We're green. SoFi just down a dime. Rocket Lab 568 down 20 odd cents. GameStop 38-cent drop only now, 24.05. AI down 11 cents. We're about to go green on AI. How about that? What else going on? SoFi back to 855 says Square. It's coming. Tesla's up 9, Apple up 164. We're up on a bunch of our stocks again. Here we go. Thank you all for being here, and hope you're enjoying the run. The thumbs up meter is at 161. Fantastic. If you're thinking of coming out to New York City and Manhattan, hit that thumbs up button. If you think it's a good idea to have a get together in New York, hit that thumbs up button for me, and let's pop that thing over 200 today. Why not? Fantastic! I love it. Getting exciting around here. We're unchanged on AI right now. We're up 9 cents. AI just went green. Looks like we're green on AI, up 12 to 39.16 and climbing now. We're on our way up. The low today on AI was $37 on the nose. So we're moving up here. SoFi 852. The volume today on SoFi 8.3 million, much lower than last week. It's calmed back down now. So I think the sell-off's over on that. We'll see. Nvidia up 150, 431.97. We're up $1.50 on Nvidia. The low today, 422. We're at 432. A $10 turnaround on Nvidia. I was guessing certain markets will drop, certain sectors will go down. AI will recover. It'll be the first to recover, and sure enough, fresh capital is coming into the market. AI is up. Nvidia is up. Here we go. Microsoft is up. Unity's only down 12 cents. It's about to go green. Tesla's up 94 cents. Apple's up 164. Google's up 22. Cisco's up 11. HPQ's up 11. Here we go. Amazon up $4. Here we go. Anything to do with artificial intelligence, the cloud computing network, chip makers, software developers, AI, anything. That's where the money's going. It's definitely heading that direction. VanEck Vectors. VanEck Semiconductor ETF up 111, $150, making chips. Adobe up 171, Meta up 147. Here we go. This is where it's happening. It definitely happening here. All right, kids. All right. Bobby Atkinson, AI is going the right way. BW fall in New York City. The wife said that would be lovely. See, that's what. Have you ever watched that movie When Harry Met Sally and they're walking in Central Park with all those red leaves? Gorgeous. October 21. Come on down. That would be lovely. Bobby, wife is on board for a trip across Canada next year. Maybe dinner at Nick's, Uncle Bruce. Nick's Steakhouse. Nothing wrong with Nick's Steakhouse in Calgary. Nothing wrong with that place. Family-friendly restaurant. All you need is a golf shirt, khaki slacks, and relaxed atmosphere, family-run business, excellent steaks. Yeah, people have been eating at Nick's for 60 years. That place is very popular around here. Yeah, I love it. Love Nick's. Anyway, there you go, kids. Boy, wouldn't that be great? We can get a bunch of you to come out to New York and catch up with Jen and I. That would be just fantastic. We're working on it. Stick around. I'll keep you posted as soon as I can. I will keep you posted. Fantastic. All right. Tons of fun out there. Watching a ton of stuff going on here. My goodness, we are going to be busy. Tomorrow, of course, is June the 23rd. Option expiry day tomorrow. We should be busy. Lots to follow here. Yeah, stocks erase early decline to turn slightly higher, says the headline. We could have a little pause here, a little pullback, and then we may have a surge. Don't be thinking it might not happen. We'll see. 260 on Tesla now, up from the low of 248. Apparently, the opening salvo showed a 248 trade, 260 on Tesla right now. So there you go. That's the story. It could go lower. It could go higher. It might just settle here for a while. Got to watch that. 39.08 on AI. Low today, $37. Very, very good. All right. Managers thinking that by the end of the day, NVIDIA might not be holding on to these gains. We'll see how that plays out. Karim, is the in-person one-on-one the regular price, or is it going to be more expensive? It'll be more expensive. It will be definitely more expensive. That is to be determined later. But yes, it's not the same. Where else are we at here? 259.90. Here we are. Okay, continuing on. The Dow holding on to a 3-point gain right now. S&P up 5, Nasdaq up 60, oil down 228 to 70.25. SoFi 852, Rocket Lab 568, GameStop 23.94. Giddy up, kids. Tons of stuff to watch and follow here. Apple up 177 now. Moderna's 119.96. I know a guy. He's out of Pittsburgh who has written some Moderna calls. He might be smiling a little bit today. And Moderna's not going anywhere. It looks like we're up 6 on Cisco. We're up a couple on HPQ. Microsoft 357.42, up 386. Interesting time at the big corral here. Oh my gosh! Thank you, everybody. Splair, just in case, I'm going to wish you all a relaxed and a successful day. Yes, sir. Looking forward to talking to you tomorrow, Splair. Lots to follow here, guys. Just so much. Okay, there we are. All right, the Dow is negative 5 points. Again, I'm thinking we had the dip this morning. We had a little run up. We got through the break even. Now a little pullback and then another run up. It's kind of like up 2, down 1, maybe up 3, down 2, up 4, down 1. I mean, just don't be surprised if we step it higher. We've broken through all the red. It's all been taken out. Anybody that panicked out today got out. They're gone. And now the buyers are coming in going, I'm taking this bargain. I'm grabbing these bargains. There's a reason these stocks have been moving up. That's the deal. And here we are, just right at that break-even line right now. NVIDIA up 166, 432. SoFi down 14. Rocket Lab down 22. GameStop down 53. AI down 9 cents. These are partial penny moves now. The sell-off has sort of eased right out. That's what I sense going on at the moment. Welcome to the party, everybody. Great to see you here. See what's going on. The Bank of England raised their interest rates by 0.5 point today. We'll see what is going to happen there. Turkey raised their rates by double, 7-8% to 15%. Unbelievable. Crazy. Just insanity. What else is going on here? Just watching all kinds of commentary going through here. Mm, 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 mm. Lots of comments going through on economic activity here, overseas developments. America's top fast fashion retailer tries to shed its Chinese image. Fashion retailer Shine, Shein, trying to address concerns about its supply chains. Says it doesn't source cotton from Jinping, but its reporting lacks transparency. Interesting. Italian fashion brands make a novel pitch: real clothes at Men's Fashion Week in Milan, straight-legged jeans and all utilitarian jackets with European tailoring dominated the runways. It's not just about jersey, t-shirts, and sweatshirts anymore. Interesting. I always get I always shake my head as an old man does at these fashion show highlights we get once in a while, if we're ever exposed to it, where you see bizarre clothing that you can't wear other than just standing somewhere and walking on a platform. You can't go to a restaurant wearing that. You can't go to work wearing that. You can't go on the subway wearing that. It just blows my mind. Oh, this is the future of fashion. Really? The future of fashion? Yeah, okay. It's bizarre. What I don't know. I guess I'm old. Yeah, no, I admit it. I'm old. I mean, look am I wearing? A sweatshirt. I mean, jeez, what a guy. He's a fashion statement guy, isn't he? Anyway, there you go. Lorraine, Uncle Bruce, did you ever hear about the Peter Luger Steakhouse in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, New York? The best there is. I may have seen something about it in my past years on, watching this thing, but that actual name does not register with me because I'm not there. So no, BW AI and SoFi volume is really pathetic today. Can't hold if no volume. AI calm before investor days this afternoon, maybe. Splair, it could be the key that they are waiting for more hand tight news. Maybe. We'll see. Down 12 cents on AI, 38.92. The Dow's up 2. Matterport is up a half a penny. Nvidia is up 230 again. SoFi 851. We're just down 12 cents. Rocket Lab only down 17 now. We're coming back. GameStop down 47. We may have another run coming here. Strong majority on the Fed expect 2 more rate hikes this year, says Powell. This is not news. This is just the latest being told to the senators, but it's not news. All right, there you go. We're ahead a little bit here. 6 points on S&P, 66 on NASDAQ. Oil down to 70.65, down 188 a barrel. There you have it. And we are reaching the 2-hour mark of this telecast. And I want to say thank you, all of you, for being part of the show today. Those of you who have alerting us how long you've been members, thank you again. Especially those of you 2+ years now. It's incredible to think. Thank you for indicating your interest in getting together with us in New York. Very excited about this. We'll give you more details shortly as they come available to us. Thank you all so much for being part of this telecast. Thumbs ups today, 167 with 159 still hanging around. So thank you for those of you who've been able to hit the thumbs up button. It has been much appreciated. Richard Carlin is saying it all right now with those knee emojis. Knee, absolutely. Thank you for all of your following of this channel and your words of encouragement. I do appreciate it. Thank you. The Big E is here. Thank you, guys. Marcus, I am 167 tonight. I am your guy at 167. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, guys. On the rerun, I know you'll put us over 200. You always do out there. Splair, yeah, let's kick out some knee emojis for Bruce. Thank you, guys, for that. And have yourselves a great rest of the day today. It's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. Oh my goodness, we got a busy one tomorrow. let's keep an eye on this market, see how it runs, and work your options and take the classes and become schmata. 260 on Tesla now, 261, up 150 a share. Apple up 177. Giddy up, kids. Looking all right. Another interesting session going on here on our stock markets as we watch these stocks do their thing, everybody. Giddy up. Marcus, thank you. Same with Splair. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll catch you first thing here tomorrow morning. Thank you to a Zed Estate member for 18 months, Gold Bagel member. Uncle, 18 months as a Gold Bagel member. 18 months. Thank you, Zed. This is awesome stuff. I love these the alerts that come out. It's pretty cool bean stuff to see. All right, guys. Have a good one. We'll catch you. If anything crazy happens, we'll see you later. Otherwise, I'll catch you tomorrow morning. And let's see if we get you guys a little richer than you were today or yesterday. All right. Thanks, everybody. The sirens are coming to get me. I got to go. See you later from Calgary. Bye for now.